Commissioner Nigro, DPW, here giving you a little bit of an update, which normally would take place behind a seat in an office and a desk, but I don't really like to be behind a desk too often. We like to get out and show people what's going on. Right now we are on the South 3rd Avenue. This is probably one of the worst spots if you want to pan this way. You can't see with a big truck in front of us, but this is probably one of the worst spots in the city because we have a flood zone area, and when it does rain, this is toward the canal, and sometimes when it's high tide, the water cannot get out. So this road has been destroyed. We repaved this last week. We milled it all. We raised our sewers. So there's a lot going on that people don't know about, even on the south side, and all stuff that's extremely necessary to keep the city, maintained, looking well, and a little more inviting. As you can see, if anyone's ever traveled off 233rd, off down by 3rd Avenue, South Columbus, you would see the holes. The road was destroyed, and this is in the last week. We were able to mill and pave it. We're down by the Salvation Army. Part of the projects here. These are the things we're doing in Mount Vernon to do the right thing. As of the date, we have probably about 11 to 12 lane miles of paving, and we did that so far with probably about $600,000 less than last year. So we're ahead. In other words, we are stretching the asphalt a little bit further by doing it properly. We're going to be coming up Columbus Avenue now to another spot where the new Burger King is, coming to Sanford Boulevard. Sanford Boulevard in Columbus, we went from the Burger King all the way up to 5th Avenue, a much needed stretch of paving that had to get done. I mean, there's so much to do, so little time. But let me get back to just real quick to the facts and the figures as far as what we did stretching the paving. As everyone knows, I came from a large paving background. I've done probably close to 1.5 million to 2 million tons of asphalt I was involved with putting down somewhere in the country. That's New York, California, where I once was also. With that said, if you monitor the companies that are doing the contracts and they mill properly, that's taking, the milling is when they take the asphalt up and put the new asphalt down, you're able not to mill too thick and have to put too thick an asphalt down when it shouldn't be. 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 is what you're looking for. So you're not wasting your asphalt. In other words, you're getting more for your money, and that's what we were able to target this year. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing when you turn around and you say we did 18 miles last year for $1.5 million, and so far we're at almost 12 miles at 800,000. So when you do the numbers, that's how far we're ahead. So it's more for the money. We get to plan it a little bit better. And now we're coming up to our next spot real quick. I know it's only supposed to be a little short video, but unfortunately there's traffic in front of me. If you want to flip the camera this way, this is what we also picked up. Burger King's came in, they spent a lot of money to fix up a location that was here, the old bank. And the road was really destroyed by them. So it's a way to give back. New handicap ramps. We're coming up to Sanford Boulevard and Columbus. And I want to show you something to the left when we get to the corner, something that's been troubling everybody for years. If you look at the sidewalk and the handicap ramp to the left, we cut back that whole corner. And the reason we did that is how many people used to stand on the corner there and actually almost get hit by tractor trailers making a turn. Cut it back, we moved the handicap ramp, and now the trucks go around. You're going to see that there's no tire marks over the curb any longer. And here we are right here. And it's a safety hazard. And we're moving this tree so they can see it better. But now we have a handicap ramp that's set back. No longer are trucks making a turn. That alone is just a little something that we're doing here in Mount Vernon that makes more sense. We're stretching the dollar. We're using our heads. We're making sure that our citizens' safety is first. And guess what? I guarantee we're going to have a lot less incidents on this corner. Swinging down to Memorial Field, where we will be starting next week. And everybody wants to know what's happening Memorial Field. But guess what? We're done with the DEC. We're going to be coming over here, and I'm going to be cutting a track for everybody in the next week or so. So get ready. We have a lot to do. The tennis bubble is up, as you can see in the background. The tennis building is being addressed this week. Myself, Commissioner Morton, are going to sit down and go over plans and where the money is going to come from. Well, we know there's money out there. We just have to find what department, what line, and we're going to take care of it. Hey gang, Commissioner Nigro, one more time here in the city of Mount Vernon. We're actually going down by the 3rd Street bridge project that goes over the Hutch into Pelham. And the reason I'm taking you here, actually, look, our guys watering the flowers they just planted last week. John Monterano and his park crew did a beautiful job planting flowers right off the exit. This is one of the main areas of the issues we have with our sewers. And this is one of the areas that was flagged by the Department of Justice that we are working on as we speak. We actually the 3rd Street Bridge project. That's EE Cruz and their foreman here, Peter, that we just stopped to talk to. They're starting to clear the trees right now. This is what they're going to be doing. They're going to redo the whole bridge. We'll be putting a temporary bridge just to our left. So it's going to be north of the 3rd Street Bridge, a temporary bridge, so it's not going to hold up any traffic. So right now they're in the process of taking down the trees in order to make that happen. To get back to the sewers, just so you know, we are looking at a situation here this is really where one of our biggest problems is with the city. They're all backed up from Farrell and Brookside, and this is where the Department of Justice has told us to focus. So for the last week, we've had our brand new camera truck out mapping the whole area around here so we can actually form the exact circle of where the problems are, how far it goes back, how far north, how far east, how far west, and we can actually then start attacking properly what we need to do to fix the sewers for them and ourselves, Mount Vernon. But we also have to, get a lot of, listen, it goes from here to Target. And if anybody knows what that is, you go from 3rd Street Bridge to Sanford Boulevard. So it's a large issue, but we do have the right equipment to at least map out our system like we've never had before. And we're going to take a quick ride down the street because this is one of the roads that Hillside, another one targeted by the Department of Justice. This is like really ground zero for our major problems in the city. There's supposedly a lot of compromised lines. We are going to prove that they are or not, and we're going to fix them the best we possibly can. So this whole area we're driving through just just west of 3rd Street Bridge is a huge problem for our city and the sewers, but we are fixing that story. With that said, now you're seeing it. And we're out here and we're doing it. This is a daily operation for us, and soon we're going to be attacking these sewers extremely strong. We just got to find out where the money's coming from. So that's pretty much it for now. Right now we're coming back up to where the project is, and this is one of so many projects going on. But I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you listening, and I hope this is somewhat informative. Once again, any questions, you could send an email. It's jnigro at cmvny.com, and yes, I'm always there to answer questions.